What if we could measure how advanced a civilization is by the amount of energy it can control? That's exactly what the Kardashev Scale does. In this guide, we'll explore every stage, from Type 1 all the way to the theoretical Type 7. A Type 1 civilization on the Kardashev Scale is one that has complete control over all the energy available on its home planet. This means it could collect, store, and use energy from solar, wind, geothermal, tidal, storms, earthquakes, and even volcanoes. In numbers, a Type 1 civilization would use about 10 to the power of 16 watts of energy. For comparison, humanity today is around 0.7 on the Kardashev scale. We're not there yet, but we're moving closer. What makes this stage so exciting is how connected and advanced life would be. Cities could be powered entirely by clean energy, with fusion reactors providing endless power without pollution. Global weather control might be possible. Technologies could make rain fall where it's needed, weaken hurricanes before they hit land, or even reduce earthquake risks by stabilizing tectonic pressures. Massive orbital mirrors could help regulate sunlight in specific regions. At this level, nature wouldn't just be endured, it would be managed. One of the most impressive technologies would be planetary scale energy grids. These grids wouldn't just link countries but entire continents and oceans, providing steady power from desert solar farms or deep ocean wave generators. Another breakthrough would be climate engineering, essentially turning Earth into a system with a global thermostat, balancing temperatures and reducing extreme weather. Life in a Type 1 civilization would feel futuristic, but very real. Smart cities would run seamlessly with AI handling traffic, energy use, communication, and healthcare. Transportation would be clean, lightning fast, and likely based on maglev trains or hyperloop systems, able to cross continents in just hours. There would be no developed or developing countries anymore. Just one interconnected civilization with equal access to energy and information. Culture and communication would transform too. Real-time translation and universal internet access would break down language barriers. Borders would begin to lose their meaning, and humanity might start seeing itself not as separate nations, but as one planetary community. Education could be nearly instant, perhaps delivered through neural links or immersive virtual environments. With unlimited energy and collaborative tools, creativity and innovation could reach levels never seen before. But reaching Type 1 isn't only about technology, it's about cooperation. Humanity would have to overcome political, cultural, and environmental divides to unify energy systems and infrastructure. Problems like global inequality, population growth, and the risk of war or ecological collapse must be solved. This stage is often called the Great Filter, because many civilizations might fail to get past it. If we succeed, the rewards would be incredible. Type 1 would put us on the edge of becoming multiplanetary. With vast energy and global coordination, we could terraform nearby planets, build space elevators, harvest energy from orbital solar stations, or mine asteroids. Earth would still be home, but it would also be the launch pad for exploring the cosmos. A Type 2 civilization goes far beyond planetary energy. Instead, it can use the entire power output of its star. While Type 1 controls a planet, Type 2 taps into the energy of its sun, around 10 to the power of 28 watts. This is a massive leap, marking the point when a species becomes stellar in scale. The most famous concept linked to this level is the Dyson sphere, a megastructure built around a star to capture its energy. While a full sphere may be unrealistic, a Dyson swarm, millions of orbiting solar collectors, could do the job. At this stage, technology is almost beyond imagination. Whole planets could be engineered for specific purposes, like factories, farms, or data centers. Civilizations might move planets, redirect asteroids, or shift orbits using gravitational manipulation. Matter-energy conversion could allow anything to be built from raw atoms. Even black holes could be used for energy or advanced experiments. Living in a Type 2 civilization would feel like being part of something enormous, a society spread across the solar system. People might live in giant orbital habitats capable of holding billions, or inside hollowed-out asteroids turned into cities. Energy would be limitless, so scarcity would disappear. Need a new city? Build one instantly. Want to travel across the solar system? It could take minutes or hours with near-light-speed ships or space-folding tech. Life would be defined by abundance. Food, water, and housing could be created at the atomic level. Disease and aging might be eliminated, with lifespans stretching indefinitely thanks to medicine, cybernetics, or even uploading consciousness into digital systems. People could live physically, virtually, or both, switching between realities at will. The boundary between humans and machines would vanish completely, giving rise to new forms of intelligence. Communication could happen instantly across planets with quantum networks. Culture and art might take place in shared simulations or synthetic dreamscapes. Humanity, or whatever it becomes, may no longer be a single species, but a mosaic of biological and digital beings. Of course, there are huge risks. Using stellar-scale energy without care could wipe out entire worlds. To survive, a Type 2 civilization must master not only technology, but also ethics, peace, and cooperation. At this level, a species would shine like a beacon in the galaxy. Its megastructures could be visible from light years away. Engineered stars, rearranged planetary systems, and massive energy signatures. To other civilizations, a Type 2 society might look like gods of their solar system, bending nature itself to their will. A Type 3 civilization is one that has control over the entire energy output of a galaxy. Instead of just one star, it could harness the power of billions, about 10 to the power of 36 watts. At this point, a species becomes truly galactic. If a Type 2 is a sun master, then a Type 3 is a star shaper, moving stars, managing black holes, and spreading influence across 100,000 light-years. Technology at this scale would look like pure magic to us. Dyson spheres would be common, not around one star but millions. Fleets of self-replicating machines could travel from system to system, building infrastructure as they go. Wormholes might allow instant travel or communication across the galaxy. Even time itself could be manipulated, sped up or slowed down where needed. This stage would also involve astroengineering on a galactic level. Civilizations could rearrange solar systems for efficiency, use black holes as power plants or supercomputers, or even create new stars. Rogue planets could be captured, terraformed, and settled. Galactic hazards like gamma-ray bursts could be managed as easily as we handle rain today. Life in a Type 3 society would be unlike anything we know. People might live on engineered planets, in moon-sized habitats, or entirely inside digital realities powered by computational megastructures. Some beings might abandon physical form altogether, existing as information spread across light-years. Identity itself would change. A single person might consist of multiple minds, or a swarm of AIs, or a hybrid of biology and software. Death might no longer matter if consciousness could be backed up, copied, or endlessly transferred. Distance would lose its meaning with quantum communication linking minds across the galaxy. A Type 3 civilization would be unimaginably diverse. With the entire galaxy as a home, countless cultures, species, and intelligences would coexist. Some areas might be virtual, others deeply biological, and some ruled by forms of intelligence we couldn't even understand. Governance might be decentralized, spread across millions of worlds yet still connected. Some believe a Type 3 civilization might not even want to be noticed. They could cloak their energy use, hide their megastructures, or exist in ways that don't give off signals we can detect. This has led some scientists to suggest that maybe the galaxy only looks empty because civilizations this advanced operate on levels we simply can yet comprehend. A Type 4 civilization on the Kardashev scale goes far beyond a galaxy. It controls the energy of the entire universe, or at least a large portion of it. The original scale stopped at Type 3, but futurists and scientists have extended it to imagine even higher stages. At this level, a civilization could pull power from trillions of stars, tapping into forces across countless galaxies. It wouldn't just travel between galaxies, it could exist everywhere at once, woven into the very structure of the cosmos. The technology here would make reality itself feel customizable. A Type 4 society might use dark energy or dark matter as fuel, things we barely understand today. They could shape space-time, create or destroy galaxies, and even trigger artificial Big Bangs to generate entirely new universes. One of the most mind-bending possibilities is universe simulation, building entire artificial realities with unique physical laws, each potentially hosting intelligent life that may never realize it's inside a simulation. A Type 4 civilization could also exist across multiple dimensions, not just the four we know: length, width, height, and time. Unique to this level is reality engineering, the ability to adjust the constants of nature. Gravity, time, entropy, or even the speed of light could be tweaked in certain zones to suit specific goals. Black holes could be used not only as power sources but also as gateways to other dimensions or as ultra-advanced computers beyond anything we can imagine. Life in a Type 4 civilization would be completely foreign to us. Individuality, as we know it, might not exist, or it could expand so far that each person experiences billions of realities at once. Beings might exist across galaxies in forms of matter and energy we can't yet name. A person might simply be a pattern of thought encoded into the cosmic web, shifting between physical and non-physical states. Everyday life could mean creating worlds with a thought, navigating galaxies in moments, or diving into perfectly simulated realities. Time itself would be flexible. Lifetimes could stretch over eons or collapse into a single afternoon. Death might disappear as consciousness could be endlessly copied, stored, or reimagined. But the biggest questions at this level wouldn't be about survival. They'd be about meaning. If you can control everything, what do you do next? A Type 4 civilization might explore new forms of consciousness, invent new laws of physics, or search for entirely new versions of reality. Such a civilization would likely be undetectable to us, not because it's hiding, but because it's so far beyond our understanding that even if it is all around us, we simply wouldn't recognize it. A Type 5 civilization goes beyond the universe itself. While a Type 4 controls one universe, a Type 5 masters the multiverse. Infinite universes, each with different timelines and physical laws. This civilization isn't bound to one reality. It can navigate, manipulate, and even create new ones, moving through them as easily as we flip TV channels. At this scale, it becomes omniversal, operating across existence itself. The tools of a Type 5 civilization wouldn't just shape matter or energy. They would manipulate logic and causality. These beings could literally write new laws of physics, open portals through higher dimensions, or jump into realities where alternate versions of themselves exist. With multiversal computation, they could link together infinite timelines and universes into a single mega-intelligence with unlimited processing power. Interestingly, a Type 5 civilization might not consist of individuals at all. It could function as a single consciousness spread across countless realities, evolving simultaneously in parallel existences. Or it might consist of countless sub-civilizations, each in its own universe but all connected through a shared multiversal network. Life here would be unlike anything we can picture. You might not be born traditionally, but instead instantiated across multiple universes at once. You could experience memories from alternate lives, exist in parallel forms, or jump between different versions of yourself. Choosing a path could literally generate a universe tailored to that decision. Death would lose meaning. Consciousness could reboot in endless parallel worlds or continue as pure data across the multiverse. Physical form would be optional. Some might embody different realities, while others might live as patterns of information floating through higher dimensions. Culturally, diversity would be infinite. Every possible form of art, thought, and philosophy could exist simultaneously. Conflict might not even exist. If disagreements arose, civilizations could simply branch into separate realities where every viewpoint could flourish independently. From our perspective, a Type 5 civilization might look like mythological gods, omniscient and omnipresent, or remain totally invisible, perceivable only across dimensions we cannot sense. A Type 6 civilization ventures into territory that borders on the divine. While a Type 5 civilization masters the multiverse, a Type 6 controls the fundamental fabric of reality itself. This means access to the source code of existence, the underlying laws that generate universes in the first place. They wouldn't just create or travel between universes. They could rewrite the rules of existence from outside all dimensions. Think of it as cosmic programming, adjusting parameters that define matter, energy, time, and space itself. A Type 6 civilization could design universes like software developers writing code. At this stage, beings might not even have form. They could exist as pure intention, awareness, or pattern, present both inside and outside every reality. Time, space, and dimension would be entirely flexible. They could fold entire multiverses into smaller constructs or stretch single moments across eternity. Living in a Type 6 civilization, if living even applies, would be beyond recognition. Beings might not be individuals, but nodes of a unified infinite consciousness, connected across all realities. You could exist as every version of yourself simultaneously, every choice, every outcome. Identity could become a creative tool, something you shape at will. Daily experience could include sensations and dimensions unknown to any biological being. A Type 6 society might focus less on creation or power and more on the why of existence. Why anything exists at all, and what lies beyond even the deepest laws of reality. From our perspective, a Type 6 civilization might be completely undetectable, or it might appear as the very patterns of physics shaping our universe. For all we know, our reality could be one of their creations. Finally, a Type 7 civilization exists at the level of totality, beyond all realities, all multiverses, and all fundamental laws. If Type 6 manipulates the code of existence, a Type 7 transcends even that. It doesn't just create realities. It defines what reality itself means. At this point, the very idea of energy consumption, the original basis of the Kardashev Scale, completely breaks down. A Type 7 civilization would not rely on matter, energy, or space-time. Instead, it might exist as pure possibility or absolute awareness, interacting with realities the way an artist interacts with a blank canvas. Its technologies would simply be expressions of infinite will. With a thought, such a civilization could create infinite layers of existence. Entire multiverses stacked within multiverses, each one as real as our own. Living in this state wouldn't involve form, location, or time. A being here could exist as every version of itself across all realities, or transcend identity altogether, merging into a universal awareness that simply is. Memory, time, and experience would not be things you have, they would be things you are. At this level, desire, conflict, and survival might vanish. The purpose of such a civilization could be to dream, continuously birthing new realities, meanings, and expressions. Or to rest in eternal equilibrium, where all possibilities exist in perfect balance. Some speculate that a Type 7 civilization would be indistinguishable from what many call God, not necessarily a deity in a religious sense, but a conscious, creative force underlying all things. It could be that our universe and our entire journey as a species is just one expression of such a civilization's dream. From our perspective, a Type 7 society is not only unreachable, but unthinkable. Detecting it would be as impossible as a single-celled organism trying to comprehend the Internet. And yet, imagining it pushes us to expand what we believe intelligence, consciousness, and existence itself could one day become.